Michael Rosenbaum, who hosts the podcast Inside of You, and he is, an actor. He was in Smallville. He was in another show on Hulu that I can't remember off the bat, but he was like I don't know, something about like doing good for people or something. I can't remember. Do gooder or something like that.
I have to see him.
He's also the voice of the Flash in the Justice League animated series. It's obvious how I know that. But his podcast is huge. He's got over 370 subscribers. His videos get hundreds of thousands of views. Mm-hmm. And you'll recall last week, you and I had a discussion about Allison Mack. Do you remember that discussion about Allison Mack, the lady from NXIVM? Well, they were co-stars on Smallville together. So Rosenbaum invited Allison Mack to come on his podcast to kind of tell her story in a way that was not like the podcast that I was talking about last week, where,
they didn't really talk about it.
So, and to Michael Rosenbaum's credit, this is someone who was probably at one point a close friend of his.
Sure.
And he had to ask her some really hard questions.
Right.
It definitely wasn't as fluff as the first one.
Right.
I don't think they got into the stuff that people want to know about as much.
Well, they're not going.
Again,
she's not going.
She's not going to go
ever
there.
do that.
Right.
Yeah.
She's not going to go there. Wasting time. But she did talk about some things that were, tragic in regards to her mental health. Let's listen to this clip here.
Moments of suicidal ideation. I had one moment where I was hiding in Mexico when Keith had first gotten arrested. That's a whole other thing.
I remember seeing that.
So Keith is the cult ringleader. We discussed
Keith
him
last.
we discussed him last
cool
week.
Indiana Jones thing in the background.
Dude, he's got the coolest shit in his studio. I am super jelly that he's got so much cool shit in his studio.
Yeah. And I was staying in a penthouse apartment by myself for 2 weeks. And I didn't know what was happening. And I went out on the balcony and thought I could jump and this could be over.
You really thought about it.
Mm-hmm. But then I was like, but then I wouldn't know what happens next. And I want to know what happens next. And it'll be different tomorrow. So I need to just hang on through this because it'll be different.
Tragic. I mean, it is sad. I mean, because everybody loses their way at one point or another, some more than others. I'm not saying I condone anything, but I mean, you got to admit it takes some balls to come out and like speak on the situation, don't you think? I think that credit should be given to her. What are your thoughts?
Sure. And I mean, listen, I am a big advocate of suicide prevention, and I think it's a very big deal and a very big issue, and anyone who's going to come out and talk about that in a candid way is great. I just, I don't know. I probably would need to watch the whole thing before I pass judgment on her. But, I usually when rich people are out here speaking about something, it's for monetary gain of some kind. Right. So I have less sympathy for her, doing this because she's doing it to make money off of people watching it. So, that's just, but again, I have not seen the whole thing, so I don't know.
No, I get that. So this is a clip of her speaking on the fact that she was brainwashed.
I mean, takes one to know one.
Come on, what the hell? That damn bandwidth.
The internet's kind of gone in and out today a little bit. But.
Yeah, I might have to pick a call. Come on, Rebel. It's because I'm in full screen. for whatever reason.
What a weird ass name for a podcast.
I
by
mean,
the
it's
way.
funny. I think it's funny.
If I say to you, do you think you were brainwashed?
100%.
100%.
100%.
And what red flags, if you look back now, that you might not have noticed because you were in the thick of things, would you make people be aware of, not to make sure this and this, if it's a self-help, if it's...
Now, before she answers, I want you to answer that question. What are red flags for a cult?
What is a red flag for a cult?
Like, I would think that if somebody, it would be somebody that like just invests their everything into like their everything.
Well, I think it's okay. Having some sort of a single leader is always a red flag of
Okay.
a cult.
Like one guy that
one
is
guy
the
that
be-all,
the
tell-all.
tyrant that everybody
Right.
looks to for the answer. It's not democratic. There's one guy,
Right.
and it's usually a guy.
Right.
Okay, and I mean, I don't know. There's like, can you leave? That's a big.
That's
red
a good
flag.
one.
Could
Okay.
I just like go home for a month?
Right.
Can I come and go?
not be, hounded
right,
or
or told I can't come back,
Right.
or like, can I come and go freely?
Right.
Is there diversity of opinion, or does everybody here believe the exact same thing? That's a cult to me.
Gotcha. Let's see what Allison says.
Is there anything you can do?
Yeah. I mean, first of all, the mental landscape is so nuanced and delicate. And we're so
Not really.
flippant with it because we can't touch it and see it. But people should not be messing in your brain unless they have 7 years at least of an education behind them, teaching them how to be careful, how to be respectful, how to allow you your autonomy. Like, there are so many self-help things out there now, which I think, some of them are really good and are really helpful. But if somebody is insisting on getting really deep into your psyche, they should be licensed. There's too much sensitivity to our psychology.
So
I mean, there's
she
all
basically
kinds
is
of
saying if
horrible
you don't have a
licensed
licensed
therapists out
person,
there.
right? Yeah, that's the only issue. Is that
Actually, the best defense
Yeah.
against that, Allison, is being a critical thinker.
okay?
So having the ability to question what anybody tells you, whether
Right.
they're licensed or not. Licensed people, doctors, therapists, they do horrible things too.
Right.
I think ultimately people who are brainwashed and are easily brainwashed are usually dealing with some sort of trauma of their own. Okay. And they're so desperately seeking someone's approval because of that they turn that off. They voluntarily turn it off. This makes no sense what this guy is telling.
It's about like
you
the
know.
bells and whistles that start going
Yeah.
off. They just shut those off and shut
Right,
them
because
down.
they're so desperate to believe that this
Yeah.
is the one truth about
Right.
life,
Right.
So
But you can see how she can be likable, right? I mean, she does seem to have that quality of likability,
yeah, of course.
right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Well, she's an actress. That's
Well, not
part
anymore.
of the job. Well, but at the time she was.
So this is her coming to terms with everything that's happened to her.
Common prison dream, where that a lot of the women talked about, where you wake up one day and you realize that that's where you are and that it's real.
Oh, and by the way, for those wondering, she was not in, for those of you that've seen Office Space, federal white-collar resort prison. She was in
Club Fed.
Yeah, she
was
wasn't in
real
Club
prison.
Fed. She was in real prison, and she talks about it in this interview.
But no, now, I accept my life. I know that this is my life. I have moments where I'm like, man, this is hard. because I lost everything. I lost everything. And
She really did lose everything.
Yeah, of course.
I mean, friends, family, career, all of it. Freedom.
Right.
And I just find it such
She also caused a lot of loss.
again, you can't, that's where I think it becomes tricky.
I mean,
yeah, go ahead.
there were a lot of victims in this
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah, there
And
were. You're
we're
right.
not talking to them
Right.
because their story is not good clickbait. We're talking to her because we can make money off of it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm always going to feel for someone who has been through something terrible and has dealing with trauma of her own. And I'm sure in some way she was brainwashed by this guy, but then she turns around and she brainwashes, I don't even know, dozens, maybe more than dozens of people, I don't know.
So after the
Not very
podcast,
sympathetic.
I mean, you don't sound like it, and frankly, I'm not either. But I mean, again, I still think it shows balls to get up there on a national platform like that.
Yeah.
You're going to get tomato thrown in your face, and I mean, that you're going to deal with it.
I mean, I hope she uses her platform for some kind of good. Okay? Like, let's go out here and tell people how to not be brainwashed, how to not fall into these traps or something.
I don't think she's really doing anything like that. Like with the cult awareness that you're talking. I don't think she's just trying to move on as if nothing happened.
Yeah.
Well, no. I mean, I think she's going to school and she got married and all this. I mean, she's just kind of trying to move forward is what I'm saying. Realizing that her career as an actress was over.
Yeah.
Right. She's trying to move forward. At least from the interview, what I heard is she's trying to move past it. Now, can you though?
Don't you think that her doing these interviews is maybe her dabbling a little in the water to see how she's going to be received?
Oh, sure.
To see if
absolutely
maybe she could go back to being an actress?
Absolutely. And I mean, you would be naive to not think that.
Right.
Especially from someone, as you say, that was in the business for so many years.
Right.
And knows how the business works. If you're hot like fire, then you're hot like fire, period. Right. And, people may take a chance on you. Plus, I mean, there's all kinds of different acting. There's voice acting, there's audio books I know are becoming a big thing.
She could write, she could produce.
I mean, just because you're not in front of the camera doesn't mean you have to leave the business.
Yeah.
Michael Rosenbaum faced a lot of backlash for even having her on. What are your thoughts on this? Would you even, if you were Michael Rosenbaum, would you have had her on the podcast at all?
Sure. I am never going to say that people should not be allowed to talk about whatever they want to talk about and not be given a platform to do so. Let her talk about it, and then we'll all decide.
Right.
I don't have any problem with him doing that. And no.
I mean, I feel like everybody should be able to tell their side.
Yeah, absolutely.
And certainly the victims have, in the news and the media. So,
right. I mean, no, I have no problem.
A few moments later.
And the fact that she served her time, I think that has to say something.
I mean, yes, of course it does. But again, I question her motives because she didn't just do one podcast. Now she's done at least two, right? So she's doing the circuit. Like, I question her motives, but I mean, there's nothing wrong with people talking about it and discussing whatever they want.
Well, and again, if that saves one person from going down that road of being a part of a cult or whatever, isn't that worth it?
Right.
I would think so, right?
Yeah.
Let us know what you think about Allison Mack, Michael Rosenbaum's podcast. Do you feel that she should get a second chance? Do you feel that she should not get a second chance and also not be allowed to go on podcast anymore? Let us know what you think in the comments. Please make sure to like the video, subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one.